Did you know that 64% of women experience microaggressions at work? Women are twice more likely to be mistaken for someone in a more junior position. Microaggressions are more subtle than visible discrimination, meaning they have often gone unnoticed and unreported. With the rise of social media use by many employees and the increase of social protests regarding discriminations, employees are more likely to report misconduct online. As an employer, it is important that you address microaggressions in your workplace to avoid legal actions and to create an inclusive workplace. So here are 3 steps that you can take to remove microaggressions and promote inclusion in your organization. If you are new to my channel, I'm Perrine Fark. You might have read my book or seen my TEDx talk, but the number one thing I love to do is to help professionals like you become more inclusive leaders. So are you ready to get started? So let's do this. Step 1. Recognize and emphasize. Often, microaggressors are well-intentioned and unaware of the hidden messages being communicated. Organizations need to actually be aware that microaggressions actually exist in their workplace. Implement a training program for all employees about unconscious bias and microaggressions. Invite employees to learn about how microaggressions work and what they might look like. Get your leadership team to talk about it often. Sharing articles and research papers on diversity and inclusion and its benefits on the business. You might also consider implementing a visible and well-supported employee committee dedicated to promoting an inclusive culture in your workplace and encouraging conversations about race, gender, and other types of diversity, as well as microaggressions. To learn how to deal with toxic leaders who perpetuate microaggressions at work, watch my video, Dealing with Toxic Leaders, 3 ways to coach them to become inclusive leaders. I will share the link in the comment section below. Step 2. Leaders leading the charge. Leaders hold a position of authority, influence, and power in your organization. Leverage their power to drive change by making them your inclusion champions. Get your leaders to practice behavior of inclusion, respect, and appreciation every single day. Ensure that decisions about recruitment and promotion are made by a diverse group of people. You might also consider moving to name-blind recruitment processes. Encourage leaders to speak up when they see misconduct. Invite your leaders to take complaints about discriminatory behavior seriously. Ensure that your management team includes ethnic minority members and female employees who are actively anti-racist and anti-sexist. Remember to get your leaders to run anonymous employee surveys to find how their teams really feel about the workplace environment and how inclusive it is. Invite your leaders to hold exit interviews and feedback to obtain information about possible microaggressions and to take action on the results. Step 3. Confront them with a growth mindset. When you encounter a microaggression, the most productive response is to confront the microaggressor. Using humor can help diffuse the situation. One common microaggression against women and underrepresented minorities is having people speak over them at work. When people talk over you, you might consider interrupting them back and say, "I know you are excited to share your idea, but I wasn't done with mine." It can be difficult not to get defensive if interruption happens over and over. Remember that it doesn't benefit anyone to come back with anger. Instead, try to understand what happened and use empathy to asking open questions. Where do you think that was coming from? Help the microaggressor understand how it made you feel. Remember to approach the confrontation with a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset. If you focus on what positive outcomes you can bring, your discussion is more likely to have the intended outcome. So here you have it, 3 steps to remove microaggressions to promote inclusion. Let me know how you remove microaggressions to promote inclusion in your workplace in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button to get notified when my new videos are uploaded. My name is Perrine Fark. I'm an author, speaker, diversity and inclusion expert, and I will see you next time.